I'm sad. Look, gamyrc Baby Fat Girl has X01 wheels on it instead of the tiny 4x4 awesome design wheels that stick out real far and give it a wider stance. I was making wheel weights. I had, first of all, these do not fit the tiny 4x4 wheels, so exclude those for now. I'll explain those in a minute. These washers, they're just brass washers from the hardware store. They're not real thick, but they fit inside that lip just a little. They're not perfect. I had to put 6 little drops of super glue around the edge of the wheels. They sit down in there alright. Nice and level once you get them in there. See? Nice little outside edge wheel weights. Doesn't add much weight to it, but it, a little bit helps. Every little bit helps. These are 22 nail gun blanks cut down. They fit over the axle tube right here in this little section, like I did on my tow truck. Those are 22 blanks also. It's just a little brass sleeve, add a little weight, give it a little durability for bashing. Bashing. So I was testing this out with these washers. No, not those. I was going to put these on, but then this happened. Anyway, I had just the front wheels. You can see the little bit of super glue in there. I didn't even put very much. Just enough to hold them in. Didn't have no issues with the front wheels. None whatsoever. They worked fine. And it just kind of bounced right over all the crap on my desk. So I went forward and backward 4 or 5 different times, turned around a couple of times, and I noticed something with one of the back wheels, and I was like, oh man, no way. If you know gamyrc Baby Fat Girl from Shapeways, this is 3D printed resin, or no, 3D printed, not resin. This is the black flexible whatever. I mean, it's stiff, but you can bend it a little. Bend it too hard, it will break, I'm sure, but I've not broke mine. I've bashed the crap out of it too, but this chassis is really durable. You can also buy this in metal from Shapeways, but I didn't want the metal one. Keep all the weight low. These wheels come from tiny 4x4, and they are 3D printed resin, and I absolutely love the design. Probably said that 5 or 6 times. But anyway, and they're deep dish. They stick out. And my focus just jumped. Anyway, you can see they have no offset at all. They just right at the edge. But this one, I don't know if I hit the pliers or what, but this one broke. It broke. Yeah, and I never did. I looked, but junk pile, tools. I can't find the little piece. To be honest, it might have broke off a long time ago, and I not even noticed it until now. So I don't see it anywhere. Unfortunate accident. I don't like 3D printed resin. First time I bought anything 3D printed resin, I did not like it. I prefer regular 3D print durability over the 3D printed resin. And if you're doing a little rock basher type deal like this, 3D printed resin is just a mistake waiting to happen. So, but anyway, with that said, I'll go ahead and show these. This is 1/2 inch. hose fitting thing. Half-inch inner diameter. I cut the ends off of this one, just the end pieces, and I used my Dremel, this thing, you know, and I only cut the outer pieces off. Okay, these fit inside the XO1 wheels. They're not perfect. They do stick out towards the axle, but I think turning them down a little bit with a, you know, running through it with a Dremel, sand them, whatever, I think they'll fit in there a lot better, fit up in the wheel. And I mean, that's pretty heavy for an Orlandoo. That's pretty good. A 90mm chassis. I just wanted to show that wheel. It's unfortunate. I really like Tiny 4x4 and their stuff. I just know I'm gonna have to be careful with my Durock, because those are 3D printed also. I'm not gonna build this fast, because Gammy, my little Gammy, hold on a second here. It's a pretty quick little car. It's fun. I'll move this crap out of the way. See if I can do this without the camera shutting off. It'll work fine with the XO1 wheels, no problem. Oh, and I knocked my tire off the wheel. I've got in my XO1 tires, the rear tires have low-C micro T tire foams. That way they're not full. They're thin little tire foams. And on the front ones I have the XO1's original tire foams. Red Cat Racing RCR 2CE, which is Fly Sky. Where is it? Fly Sky FSG2E. This is basically all I did. A couple of forwards and backwards. And that right there is about where I noticed that that wheel was broke. And I instantly picked it up and unplugged the battery. This doesn't have an on-off switch, it's just unplug the battery straight in the back and flip it over. So, that's that though. Broke a wheel. That sucks. And if I find it, I might pop a little super glue on it and put a brass or copper washer over the outside. And the brake caliper copper washers, the crush washers, they'll work. They're copper and they're kind of heavy, so I don't know. That's it.